All of us, at some point in our life, we've been judged by someone based on the wrong idea. Or we judge somebody not knowing the other person. I wanted to speak about perception and how sometimes society in general create an image based on their stereotype and misconception. In Cairo, there is a community of 70,000 people who collect the garbage of Cairo. They bring it to the neighborhood and they recycle it. But despite of this and despite of the efficiency, they're seen as marginalized, they're segregated, and they're seen as dirty. As an artist, I wanted to use this place to speak about perception and tell people that sometimes maybe if you want to see the real image of somebody, you should just switch your point of view. So I created this anamorphic piece that you can only see from one vantage point in the mountain of Muqattam. You stand there and you see the full piece that actually celebrates those people. And that quotes the words of Saint Athanasius that says, anyone who wants to see the sunlight clearly need to wipe his eyes first. For me, this artwork was a perfect metaphor of the idea of if you want to see the real image of someone, maybe sometimes you just have to switch your point of view. The past few years, the island of Lesbos was in the news because of its refugee camp, which was the biggest refugee camp in Europe. More than 20,000 people were living there. In 2022, there was a big fire that destroyed actually the refugee camp. Now there's only 1,500 people living in this place. When I arrived in Lesbos to do an art project, I met this Afghani refugee who took me to the old camp, the one was that burned, and he showed me the place where he arrived the first day, where he put his tent. And just in the background, you could see this beautiful view of the Mediterranean Sea, and he laughed and he said, I had like a $1 million view. Meeting him inspired me to create a piece based on his story. I used the word of Odysseus Elitis, a Greek writer who said, always, always you go through fire to reach the shine. The journey of all those refugees, leaving their home, going through like so much difficulty to reach Lesbos, hoping that maybe they will go to a safer, a better place for them and their family. I went to Ain el-Hilwe before that, which is actually the first refugee camp, Palestinian refugee camp in South Lebanon. It was built in 1948. There's 120,000 people living over 2 square kilometers. I went there to create a project with women who do tatriz, Palestinian embroidery. I painted 7 murals in the camp with them, so I was tracing the calligraphy and then they helped me to fill up the color. And those artworks were then reproduced into Palestinian embroidery that were then sold during an art fair. This project was about celebrating an heritage and a culture, and also a reminder to all of us that we should not forget what's happening.